Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Tarot CelebriTEA with your boy Ducky. Today, we are going to be drawing some cards and doing a tarot reading for Xiao Zhan and Wang Yibo. So, I hope I pronounced the names okay, pretty decently throughout the video. So please excuse me if my pronunciation is very Americanized. I apologize. I'm going to do my best. But they are famous Chinese actors and singers, I believe, from the little bit of Googling that I did before making this video. I mainly just Googled kind of like how to pronounce the names. Xiao Zhan was easier, so I already kind of knew how to pronounce that name a little bit, but Wang Yibo might be a little bit hard for me throughout the video, but we'll see. So today we're gonna read their tarot card reading. So remember that these videos are always for entertainment purposes, and that is because we do not have Xiao Zhan or Wang Yibo here to confirm nor deny that what I'm seeing in the cards is factual, is real, or if like it's not making any sense. So just remember to take these videos with a grain of salt, or 2 or 3 or 87, whatever you feel. I hope you are all having a great day. I am running on 3 hours of sleep today. You know, when you try to go to bed early to try and get like a full 7 and 8 hours of sleep, and you just like can't sleep, and you end up like sleeping way less than you were hoping for. Yeah, that's me today. So I got my green tea here, I have my water, so let's get ready for this reading. So we're gonna start with Xiao Zhan's current energy regarding Wang Yibo. Wang Yibo, there we go. That's going to be hard. All right, so what are Xiao Zhan's thoughts in regards to Wang Yibo? We got the King of Wands in reverse. Yeah, let's take this card. The Knight of Pentacles. And we got the Nine of Cups in reverse. All right. So quickly, I am seeing that Xiao Zhan thinks that Wang Yibo is kind of a little bit of a hothead. We got the King of Wands here. Now, the King of Wands is a very passionate king. I'm trying to get this focused. I think that's clearer. The King of Wands is very passionate, very fiery, energetic, very like sexual. But in reverse, I feel like Xiao Zhan thinks that Wang Yibo is a little bit like, if he doesn't get his way, he gets angry. He's a hothead. He gets very angry easily, is what I'm seeing. Now here, Xiao Zhan does think that Wang Yibo is a very hardworking person. They're hardworking. They have great work ethic. They have great goals and stuff like that. But it seems like Xiao Zhan thinks that Wang Yibo is very negative, very pessimistic in regards to like feelings and emotions. Maybe it's hard for Wang Yibo to see like all that he has accomplished, all that he has like worked hard for, and so he just gets angry easily if he doesn't get his way, or if he works hard towards something and things don't work out the way that he was hoping for. He gets angry, he gets in his feelings, he gets sad. He's just not, it's really hard to please Wang Yibo, is what I'm seeing. All right, so let's go on with, what does Wang Yibo think of Xiao Zhan? I'm so sorry, y'all. Maybe I'll just say Xiao and Wang, because Yibo is going to be hard for me to keep on saying. But we'll try. All right, what does Wang Yibo think of Xiao Zhan? Nine of Wands in reverse. The Lovers. And the Emperor in reverse. Yeah, there's a lot of like fiery energy, like maybe some anger here, like is kind of what I'm seeing. So what does Wang Yibo think of Xiao Zhan? He thinks Xiao Zhan is not very confident in himself. Maybe Wang Yibo thinks that Xiao Zhan is needs to be more confident in himself, or whenever things get tough, it's easy for Xiao Zhan to give up. I feel like that's what Wang Yibo is thinking in regards to Xiao Zhan. But we got the Lovers here. So the Lovers is ruled by Gemini. Shout out to all my fellow Geminis. I'm a Gemini. The Lovers is all about being very decisive, knowing what you want. You know, you follow your heart. You follow you go after what you believe, regardless of what other people think. So I feel like Wang Yibo is does think that Xiao Zhan is a very firm and decisive person. Like when Xiao Zhan puts something, his mind towards something, he can accomplish it. He's very good at that. But there's some controlling energy here with the Emperor and with the Nine of Wands. There's fire here. The suit of Wands is represented by fire. The Emperor is ruled by Aries, which is a fire sign, and Gemini is an air sign. So there's a lot of fire here. And I feel like Wang Yibo thinks that Xiao Zhan just gets like angry and wants to like control situations a lot of the time. And sometimes when like things are out of his control, it seems that maybe Xiao Zhan gets he loses confidence, or he doesn't believe in himself. Sometimes whenever like he's not able to control things, it's hard for him to really stay in control. It's really hard for him to like keep his composure, is what I'm seeing. Now these are what Wang Yibo thinks of Xiao Zhan, and these are what Xiao Zhan thinks of Wang Yibo. So there is a good amount. Like we got 3 fire cards. We got the King of Wands, the Emperor, and the Nine of Wands here. And then we got air, water, earth. So there is a lot of like flames. There's a lot of anger is kind of what I'm seeing. Or maybe like or maybe not feeling like they've lost their fire, they've lost their ambition, they've lost their will is what I'm wanting to say. They lost their will, and maybe it's in this like friendship. And that's also what I saw in the connection to whenever I was Googling how to pronounce their names. One of the top newsletters was that Xiao Zhan and Wang Yibo was they like after they finished filming something like a I don't know what it was that they finished filming. It seems that maybe they separated. And maybe they're not as close of friends. So it does seem that way with the way that the cards are popping up. There's some kind of anger involved. Like here, it seems that Xiao Zhan just thinks that Wang Yibo is never happy, is never satisfied with the things he's accomplished. And he's a hard worker though. Wang Yibo is a hard worker. But then like Wang Yibo thinks that Xiao Zhan like always wants to control things, and when things like aren't in his control, like when he decides to do something and things are out of his control, he loses confidence, or he loses like faith, he loses will in things. So that's what I'm seeing. So let's get some advice cards for them. Again, I apologize. Y'all can roast me in the comment sections. You can say, yo, ducky. The way you pronounced those names was all wrong. And I'll be like, oops, my bad. I'm sorry. I tried my best. So I used to teach online English classes to kids in China. So I would call them from my home, and we would practice their English speaking skills. And so I learned a little bit of like how to pronounce some names. So I'm trying my best. I'm trying my best. So if you are Chinese and watching this video, I am so sorry. I apologize if I if my pronunciation is bad. I'm so sorry. All right, so let's do some advice for Xiao Zhan. Let's do some advice for Xiao Zhan. We got the Four of Pentacles. Yeah, he needs to let go. Again, remember how like in the first part, Wang Yibo thought that Xiao Zhan like loves to control things? That's kind of what's popping up with this Four of Pentacles in reverse. The High Priestess. The Nine of Swords. And let's get an Oracle card. Let's get a Camelot Oracle card. We got Ragnall. All right. Okay, yeah, so let's start here. All right, so Xiao Zhan. Some advice for Xiao Zhan is with the Four of Pentacles here. The Four of Pentacles always talks about, you know, holding on to your possessions, holding on to the things you work hard for. But when it comes in reverse, I feel like as an advice card, this is asking Xiao Zhan to not always feel like he has to hold on to everything. He always wants to hold on to things. He wants to control a lot of things. He needs to trust himself more, especially with the High Priestess here showing up. The High Priestess has a lot of knowledge, has a lot of spiritual knowledge. They know themselves very well and they just trust themselves. So his advice is to just like always not feel like he always has to hold on to things and lose sleep, because we got the Nine of Swords here. The Nine of Swords always talks about anxiety, mental stress, maybe unable to go to sleep. So this is coming in reverse. Like he loses a lot of sleep. Xiao Zhan loses a lot of sleep when things like don't go his way, and he just like wants to control things more and more. Like the less in control he is, the more anxiety and stressed he becomes. And his advice is to just trust himself more. Like Wang Yibo, like what he thinks of the Lovers card came out for him and what he thinks in regards to Xiao Zhan. So Xiao Zhan is very decisive. He knows himself well and he makes decisions well for himself. It's just that whenever he makes decisions for himself and then things don't go the way that he's hoping for, he starts getting anxious, he starts getting stressed, and he's like, oh no, am I making the right decision? Is this good for me? He needs to focus on himself, on trusting himself more. So we got Ragnall here. And I'm seeing here like this beautiful young woman, but in the mirror, you know, like there's an older lady. So it seems like Xiao Zhan's advice is to keep trusting himself. You know, whenever things are starting to get a little bit out of his control, he needs to know that he's making decisions based off of his passions, his interests, and to not think of himself poorly, to not think that he's making wrong decisions just because maybe things are becoming out of his control, or it's hard for him to control things and hold a grip on things. So that is what I am seeing here. Let me get a little bit more on clarification on this card. Perception, honesty, clarity, recognition, understanding. Yeah. So he just needs to remember, he just needs to focus on that. Like he knows himself well. So he needs to realize that when he makes a decision and things go crazy or things are out of his control, he just needs to trust that he's making the right decision for himself. And he should not like change his perception, the way he views himself, the way he thinks about the decisions he makes. He needs to trust himself more and just like let go whenever things start. When he feels like he needs to hold on tighter to things, he just needs to learn to let go and trust that he's making the right decisions for himself. So let's get some advice for Wang Yibo. some advice. Let's see. The Three of Cups. Yeah, he needs to have fun. Again, you know, Xiao Zhan thinks that Wang Yibo is very hard on himself. It's hard for him to acknowledge all of his accomplishments. So that Three of Cups is really showing up here. That we got the Ten of Cups in reverse. And we got Temperance, balance. Oh, yeah. To me, this is resonating a lot with the beginning parts of this reading. Galahad. All right. So let's get some help. Spirituality, generosity, vision, clarity, foresight, unworldliness, truthfulness. I feel like vision and generosity and clarity is popping up to me a lot. So we got, for Wang Yibo, his advice is the Three of Cups. This is all about celebrations, having fun, going out, celebrating your accomplishments. You know, as his advice, we got the Ten of Cups here. It's very hard for Wang Yibo to like celebrate and have fun because he's always wanting to work. Like keep on. He has goals and things in mind to do, and that's great. You know, it's great that he works hard. But he got the Temperance card, which is all about balance. You know, the Temperance card is all about, you know, work hard, play hard. And it seems like he just works so hard and he has accomplished so much, but he does not allow himself to celebrate and bask in the fruits of his labor, and you know, enjoy how hard he has worked by, you know, playing and having fun and stuff like that. So he needs to like be a little bit more generous with himself and kinder with himself, in not always feeling like he always has to work and have his guard up, have his shield up, and like working hard through things. His advice is to just, you know, allow himself to relax, pour himself like a drink if he likes to drink, you know, allow himself to indulge in some of the more fun, lighthearted aspects of life, and not always feeling like you have to work, you know, work towards your goals, work towards your aspirations without having any fun. Because all work and no play calls for a sad day, okay? I remember I said that in a reading I did on my Twitch one day. All work and no play calls for a sad day. And it seems like that's what's going on here. Like there's a lot of sadness here. It's hard for Wang Yibo to like be happy in his accomplishments. And because like he's just working towards his goals and he's not there yet. And so he gets a little bit sad and he doesn't celebrate. He does not acknowledge like all of the great things that he has already accomplished. So that is his advice, you know, to be a little bit more generous, be a little bit more kind, to treat yourself. So that's what I'm seeing with this reading. So that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Please give me a thumbs up if you liked it. Thumbs down if you did not like it. That's totally okay too. It might hurt my feelings a little bit, but that's okay. I will move on. This too shall pass. Feel free to give me some constructive criticism, or, you know, some what you thought of the video in the comments section. Some compliments would be great. You know, some suggestions as well are always welcomed, you know, on what types of videos you would like for me to add on my to-do list. I try my best to keep up with my to-do list by writing down, you know, the suggestions that you all write down for me. So feel free to do that. And I hope you all take care of yourselves. Remember to be kind to yourselves. Drink plenty of water. Stay hydrated. Remember, work hard, play hard. All work and no play calls for a sad day. Okay, you gotta, you know, work hard, but also, you know, enjoy life, live a little. So that's it for me. Thanks so much for being here. Have a great rest of your morning, afternoon, evening, or good night. Bye.